Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Home to try.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. A give to Mason. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Now he starts from the 6. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Might shift to the run here, 3rd and inches.
Red 19, Sergeant. Hey, check that. Street.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Come on.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's complete. This is Olave. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Sticking to the air here. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple yards short at the 23. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. They'll work against the blitz. Escapes the pocket. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Now, following the penalty, they still need 7 here on third down. To the air on third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. First and 10 from the 43.
Get it. Viking 18.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Home troops right.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. Screen here for Kamara. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Third and long, they're going to throw. Completed right side to Addison. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Home troops right.
On fourth down, here's Herbert. That one complete to Pitts. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Minneapolis right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Line.
Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Kamara running out of the gun. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Reichert connects there. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Back to work after throwing the pick. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working now from the gun. That's complete to Reed out left. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it down from 37. First down, play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now. Packer 60. Packer 60. Let's go.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Got it. Ready?
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Viking 18.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready.
2nd down, looking for options. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning.
Okay.
More on Monday Night Prime Time in just a moment.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboys.
Running on first here with Jacobs. No one's around him. He's got space. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Go, hey, go, go. Lion, lion, lion.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Now give left side. It's a foot race. Hits the 20. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a one-score game before halftime. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On return, here comes Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the jump.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll come out throwing. Good strike downfield to Olave. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, ram, ram, ram.
Hand off to the back. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
24-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
21. Let's go, let's go. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. 5-9.
Herbert back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
Cap.
Now give it to Mason. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down.
Baylor Tiger.
Herbert gonna tuck and run. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
The Packers take their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down.
Go. Kappa.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7. Herbert from the gun. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On 3rd down, Herbert has it in close. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Crowd run, crowd run. Hey, set.
Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. One last play before the break.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings cut into the lead on the last play of the half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 4. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Heads out on the bootleg. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. He's going to throw it. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's trying to go deep again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. A lot of space ahead. And the Vikings take over as he records his 10th career INT. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Set. Go.
To throw, Herbert. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Grenade.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal.
Grenade. Run. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grab the lead on their first series of the half. Went after tried good by Reichert. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. Reichard set to kick this away. Tucker now on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, set. 65 6.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Oh, the football's loose. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Herbert on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Second and 10 now, Herbert. Caught, nice game left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. He's going to be stopped after a 4-yard gain, so that plus the flag means 2nd and 1.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Another carry for him. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings scroll their lead off the turnover. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Tucker now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he gets back to the line, but no more. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Running it after the penalty. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They get 19 on that pickup. And it'll give the Packers the 1st. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Looking to throw here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Moving like team.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's complete to Reed, out left. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
19 tight. 19 tight.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throws caught. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers making a 4-point game here in the fourth. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Herbert back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They did it! He made the interception! Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers have some new life in the fourth.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. You cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Come on, come on. Hey. 1918. 1918.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41. Handoff here to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're throwing it. Looks right downfield to Olave. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers take a fourth quarter lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. He finds his running back. Nice work. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. This one goes off right tackle. Rolling into enemy territory. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Kappa. Set.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Plowing up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Set.
He gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings jump in front late. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. Packers set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Looking to throw it. Got his man. It's Golden. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and 3 now.
Here we go. Set. Packers 50. Packers 50. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. From the red zone on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. So it's a win for the Vikings. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.